This is the world's most dangerous and powerful point. Controlling this 30-mile small place means ruling the world. Blocking this means destroying the whole world. This point is called Strait of Hormuz. Straits are those narrow part of sea, which joins two big oceans with each other. Now what's so important and dangerous thing about this small passage? Our Earth has 30% land while it has 70% oceans on it. And 80% of the world's trade is done through these oceans. Almost 50,000 ships cross these oceans all the time. But unfortunately, crossing these oceans is not at all an easy task. Naturally, these oceans have some straits or choke points, which if blocked due to some reason, the whole world's economy will get a big shock. This is what happened on March 2021. When a cargo ship was stuck in the Suez Canal for 6 days. Due to which, the whole world got the loss of $10 billion. Other than that, there are many other choke points in the world, like Panama Canal, which controls the trade between Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean. Cape of Good Hope, which controls the trade flow of the whole African continent. Strait of Gibraltar, which controls the trade between Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. Danish Strait control trade of Baltic and North Sea. Turkish Strait control the trade between Mediterranean Sea and Black Sea. And in the last Strait of Malacca, which control the trade flow between Pacific and Indian Ocean. But these points are not as dangerous and powerful as Strait of Hormuz. And the reason behind it, it's the only way to connect Persian Gulf to the Gulf of Oman. And from there, all the ships cross this point and go to the whole world. Now Persian Gulf is very important place, because 8 countries share their coastline with it. In which Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Qatar, UAE and Oman are involved. 4 countries of these have the only way of Strait of Hormuz, to connect to the remaining world. If you know a little about Middle East, then you will definitely know that the Middle East is known by its oil. This oil is even today the biggest source of energy. The 33% of the world's energy consumption is done by oil. Rather it's a car, train, airplane or electricity producing power plants. In all these sectors 70% oil is consumed. Now, the problem with the oil is that it is found in some countries only. In reality the world's half oil is present in these countries. It's not the end, actually these countries also have the world's 40% gas reserve present. Now natural gas after oil and coal is the world's third energy source. According to the British Petroleum, Iran has the biggest gas reserves present. Now, we can say that Persian Gulf has most oil and gas resources in the world. Because of that, world 15% energy supply comes from these countries. Till now, the world does not have any alternative to this supply line. But traveling through this 30-meter area is not that easy as it seems. Firstly, there are 8 islands which every ship should avoid. And 7 of these 8 islands are in the control of Iran. UAE wanted to control these 3 islands but, in 1970 Iranian military also took control of these islands. And now this whole area is occupied by Iran. Secondly, the red highlighted areas which you are currently observing. Sea is less deep in these areas. It is almost impossible for oil tankers to travel through these areas. After a lot of hard work the majority of oil which is extracted from Persian Gulf, travels to East Asia. From which 76% of this oil only goes to 5 countries, in which very first comes China. China is the second largest economy and is the world's biggest importer of petroleum. China's 45% petroleum import comes while traveling through this Strait of Hormuz. Japan, the world's third economy, which has to import its 100% energy. Out of this 100%, 80% of the energy comes while passing through this 30-meter choke point. India, world's 6th largest economy, also import its 70% oil and 50% gas from the Persian Gulf, and from the same way. Likewise, South Korea, world's 10th largest economy, also imports 70% of oil through oil tankers. These oil tankers comes also crossing Strait of Hormuz. Now if due to some reason this narrow passage of 30 meters gets blocked for a long time, then the world's 2nd, 3rd, 6th and 10th economies will definitely collapse. And with it the source of revenue of these 8 countries present in the Persian Gulf will also end. Because of this, the whole world will be soon in economic crisis. That's why this place is most important and dangerous choke point of the world, and because of this reason, all the superpower countries have their deep eye on this point. And that's why America has made dozens of their military bases in UAE, including Oman, Iraq, Saudi Arabia and Bahrain, so that America can monitor Iraq closely, and oil supply should also be done smoothly. And Iran on the other hand have warned to block this passage, in case of any war. And if it happened, not only the world's economy will collapse, but there is a good chance that World War III will begin. If you like the video, make sure to subscribe and like. And if you have any suggestions, please write it down in the comments. We will see you in the next amazing video.